the big question. How much can a music producer earn? How much can music producers earn? My name is Bumi Toko. I'm from themusicbusinesscoach.com, where we make music make money for you. Very important question. How much can a music producer earn? Someone easily says that the music business is so unfair. Why? When you hear of the differences between the fees that top producers earn in comparison to new producers. Someone like will.i.am, Timberlake, and others kind of producers earn thousands more than the guy who has a studio in his bedroom. So it is rumored that Dr. Dre charges $500,000 per production. I don't know how far that's true, but hey, can he command that? I think he can. It is not uncommon for new producers, though, to charge between £200 to £1,000 per production. Someone like Quincy Jones can command millions to record an album. Millions. I'm talking a lot of money. I mean, Thriller, the album, which I believe brought him into prominence, sold in excess of 70 million copies from an approximate £1 million or dollars budget. So the Thriller album with Michael Jackson cost £1 million to make and sold in excess of 70 million albums. Wow, that's a lot of money. So one can easily or safely say that the more records you sell, the higher the fees you can charge. The more records you sell, the higher the fees you can charge. Someone like Steve Mark, the British producer responsible for producing Susan Boyle's album, which sold, I don't know, millions of copies in the first week, will have increases earnings potentially because of those types of record sales. So, but let's look at how does this stack up? Well, the first way that you begin to make money as a producer is the advance fees that you can charge, the advance fees that you get. This is the money that you receive to cover studio costs and for spending your time in making the record. The amount really depends on what you can command in the market and has a huge bearing on sales potential of the producer's history. So put it this way, if you've sold 1,000 albums through your production, then you can charge more than if you had only sold 100 copies. There's a saying that the advance is linked to sales. So if you want to start making big money as a producer, you need to start producing music that sells. Not only producing music, but producing music that sells. Another way is by royalties. This can range between 2 to 9% depending on who you are. Someone like Dr. Dre can command 6%, while an unknown producer can be given nothing in the way of royalties, can just be given a fee and that's that. It just depends. The royalty can come after the recoupment of the total cost of recording or just after the advance paid for the production. So irrelevant of what the record sales make, you can still qualify for that royalty. It just depends on the kind of contract you sign with the record company when you're doing the production deal. Another way to make money, how does this stack up? Someone like Quincy Jones is not only involved in making recorded music, so he's involved in TV, film, so it's possible that he can license or do synchronization deals with the products that he makes. The reason I mention this is that a lot of activity feed back into music production and can increase the producer's profile. So if you have music that is licensed to film, licensed to an advert, hey, as a producer, your profile gets better, you charge more money, you earn more money. Another way is by releasing other artists on your own label or in your own production company. So someone like Dr. Dre, who even goes beyond this because he has his own label. and this can make way for great earnings. From the above, what I hope anyone can do is to take the above, what I've shared with you, and really begin to put them to work. The kind of money that comes from being a producer can be huge. My only concern, though, could be that how can labels afford these figures today? Some of them can, some of them may not. In my opinion, I would like you to believe that the more records you sell, the higher the amount of monies that you can command. Really, as a producer, your main aim is to make sure you make music that sells. All right, that's it for now. For your feedback, please, you can email me to bumi@themusicbusinesscoach.com or call me on the UK number 07932394620. Until I speak to you and see you, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.